he flat out said no. Then God yelled at him, and so God made him. He did. No. That literally said, send somebody else. I'm not gonna do it. And then God yelled at him, and then Moses did it. Would he? Yeah. He would have raised up somebody else. Yeah. He could have used anybody. He could have used somebody else, right? It would have been fine. But I think there was a lot of significance in the particular life that Moses lived that God wanted to use, and so he wouldn't let go, and so he held on to him. But ultimately, God would have wanted, because there's scriptures like Deuteronomy 18, so there's going to be a prophet that's going to come after you, that's just like unto you, and that becomes a prophetic verse referred to the Messiah, right? And so whatever, even if it wasn't Moses, there needed to be a delivering figure who would become a Messiah figure for other things in Scripture. So I think, yeah, that's probably what the case would have been. It's like, I think it's easier to see that in other stories. Like, King Saul, like, this is where I struggle. Because the Bible said Messiah is going to come through the line of David. But Samuel says to Saul, the kingdom could have been yours. The kingdom could have been yours, but you did this thing, and so now your house will never be. And so, but God could have had a workaround. It could have been that a Judite married into the family of Saul, and so technically the Messiah has the blood of Judah, but is also part of the family of Saul. So I don't know. And so, like, Saul could have been the guy. Same thing with Esau. Esau could have been the guy. It didn't have to be Jacob. Esau had a bunch of kids, not just Jacob. It didn't have to be, but Esau was foolish, and so now it's Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, not Abraham, Isaac, Esau, right? And so God has. This is like talking about back in the conversation about the will of God. There's His overarching will. That's going to happen no matter what. The universal, the particulars is very much connected to our lives and our choices. So, it was a good question. Thank you. Any other questions? Yes. Yes, they use deception. Yes. I'm not uncomfortable with saying that if you read the Bible, God uses deception. He does. In fact, it says specifically that He sent a lying spirit into the mouth of prophets and stuff, right? Like God does stuff like that. So that makes people uncomfortable because that doesn't mesh with their view of understanding of God. But my argument would be that view of God is shaped by Greco-Roman culture more than the Bible. So that's fine. Why is there? I don't think. Why is there a need for tension? Why is there a problem? It's like, if I could put it like this, a kid's parent, let's say they're 3, and their father commits suicide. How do you have that conversation? Well, your dad took a shotgun and blew his face off, so he's dead. Like that's not how you talk to a kid. You got to be a little tactful, a little tasteful. You say, daddy's on a trip. It's gonna take a long time. Or you say, hey, daddy went to sleep and we don't know if he's gonna wake up, right? You're not telling them the truth, or but you kind of ease them into it, and you kind of get them there and say, okay, well, daddy's gone. And as they get older and as their understanding develops, you can say, okay, this is what happened, right? You don't just outright tell a kid something like that. And so, like, we have experiences where we can make sense of it, right? You don't tell in great detail a child where babies come from. Mommy and daddy just love each other. And when there's a lot of love, there's babies. But that's not necessarily true, because you can really love a lot of people and then always make babies, right? And so that's not really being truthful. You're obscuring it a little bit. We have that experience commonly all the time, right? It's that sort of thing. Yes. Any other questions? Okay. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for joining us for Bible study. I wanted to get through more, but my mouth prevented me. So we'll pick up next week with 5. I'm going to be ambitious. I'd like to get through 14 next week. 5 to 14. You say what? Well, a lot of it's just plagues. So like I don't have to like go into detail. Frogs happened, right? Like I'm not about to go deep into it. I'll probably give you a little background detail, but move on. Like those plagues, we can like bulldoze through a lot of those. So, all right. With that, God bless you. I'll see you Sunday, and if you're